Hey Josh, you know what's exciting?
What's exciting?
We took on too much with the Holy Grail build and we can't get it done in time, so I decided we're just gonna build a mini.
Never been done before.
I
Might
know.
as well.
It's a new concept, right?
It is. Totally original. Except, we're not gonna put tiny little 37s on ours. We're going with some 43-inch Mickey Stickies.
Hey Josh.
Yo.
I was just joshing. We're actually gonna continue building the Jaguar because we owe it to you guys. Check out what we got though. For our tire and wheel selection, we have chose Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X Mickey Stickies in 43-inch. And we've got Vision wheels. What? Why are you laughing?
You said it too.
Did I say it too?
Yeah.
Oh. Sticky Mickeys. Mickey Stickies or Sticky Mickeys?
Sticky Mickeys. Sticky Mickey.
Josh likes it whenever you say Mickey Sticky. So make sure you guys leave that in the comments.
I love Mickey Sticky.
But you guys are in luck because you're going to get to see these wheels and tires. So the wheels are Vision 350 BL, which is the ojos. If you speak Spanish, I guess that means eyes.
And peepers.
And peepers. I think this package, wheel and tire, is going to look awesome. And you're going to see it first because you guys are so cool. Oh yeah, 17-inch if you're wondering. All right, check out what else we did. Got this painted black underneath. That's the bed. Here's the top. The front is painted stainless steel color. Then we're gonna do raw steel on the edges, and then we're gonna probably paint this like hammered silver metallic. I think you guys already saw this, but if you didn't, check that out. Got the window in just now, and all the things ready for rear suspension. This is the winch plate and also the boom plate. Got it triangulated in there. Everything's looking good. And up front here, Josh got the hood put on, and we've got our hater stack right there. Check that out. That's gonna be so sweet. Blowing smoke on the trail. We might have to keep the windows open.
I'll keep them closed.
We don't have AC. It's gonna be a little spicy in there with the windows closed.
Yeah.
We'll just wear a gas mask. The winch is good. It's working, ready to go. So in this video, we're going to start putting things together, and I think it's going to start looking like an actual something rather than an actual nothing.
I'll show you my little project.
That's looking good.
Yes.
If it were me, I'd have just left it. But it's looking good.
Jag, you had decades to get your clear coating right on your wood, and oh, you failed. You failed miserably.
All right, next step is to set this on its side, and then we need to put it back up there very carefully, not to break the window. And I have not mastered the control on that tractor just yet, so. Okay, how close do you think this window is going to be to the rack? Oh yeah, that's perfect. We do some good work. Look at that. Alright, I've been dialing this bed in for the last, hour? Getting it perfectly square, perfectly straight. It's going to get welded on for the last time. So, had to clean off some of the paint that we did underneath here. And gonna weld it here, 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 and there. And then it ain't ever coming off again. At least that's the hope. What are you doing there?
Making hood pins.
Hood pins.
Hood pins.
Nice. What are you doing there? Are you begging for dinner? Huh? You guys know it's dinner time? You're gonna come pester me? Yeah. Alright, bed is mounted. Next up, people have been asking a lot about these. Why are they sticking out so far? Well, I didn't know the length that I wanted to cut them, And Josh and I both have been smacking ourselves on them. In fact, I have a really nasty bruise right there because you come around the corner and you just smack right into that. Check those out. So those are pretty cool. We can mount a D-ring shackle in there, or we can put a soft shackle. And what I want to do is kind of inset those just a little bit. So I'm going to cut that tube off, and then we're going to drill 2 holes in either side and then weld that sucker in. All right, so that goes and welds in right here, but I want to make it a lot stronger by putting 2 holes, like 1/2-inch holes here, and we'll do a weld, weld, weld. That'll be a lot stronger than just a single weld, especially since people are going to be pulling on this potentially. That sounds very violent.
It's very violent.
When you drill a hole like that, a lot of times on the inside you'll get this burr and you won't be able to put the other tube into that tube. So what you can do is take a hole saw and run that in there. Clear that burr out. Alright guys, next up on the list, before I can build the cage / roof rack, what we need to do is get the sliders in place. So what we're going to do is weld the sliders right to this. It's going to be the same kind of tubing and it'll look really nice. How's it coming over there, Josh? Oh, look at that.
It's going great.
Fancy.
Fancy.
One thing that comes in super handy that's not a metalworking tool is these little shims. I've been using these to level this out, so we've got that perfectly flat now. And as you can see, that thing works its way up. So what I'm going to do is weld this right here, and then that'll kind of hold it in place while we get some, probably going to use round tube to go make a bunch of horizontals down to the frame here. One of those horizontals that goes down to the frame needs to line up with this hole right there, because that's where our roll cage is going to come through and up through the roof as well. Got it?
Got it.
But before I can do that, Josh informed me I should probably cut this at an angle, which is a good idea. So let's move this. Try not to move the shims. And I'm going to cut that at an angle right here by the front tire. I'm just making a random angle, and then we'll copy that angle on the other side. The plan is to see what happens when we pull that out, but if that doesn't look right, we're just gonna patch it. We know that this thing is gonna get damaged here and there off-roading, and eventually it's gonna get torn up enough that we're gonna need a patch. So my thought was, in the future when we get a dent or something, what we could do is really Mad Max it out and just make a patch and kind of weld that in place, and it'll be kind of patchwork after a while. That's going to be a lot easier than trying to keep it pristine like this.
Yes.
Especially when you can't use Bondo. That looks pretty good.
It's coming. Very slowly.
Josh, you know how Home Depot has that app where you can type in what you're looking for, it'll tell you what aisle and what bay it's in?
I know they have that app where you can type in what you're looking for and it comes up with 60 things that you're not looking for.
Well, I need one of those that works for in here, for things that you lay down. So you just type it in your app and it tells you, oh, it's underneath the lift. Right there. You stole it, didn't you?
Hey Google, where's my hammer?
Good morning. We had a late night last night, and Josh and I are both a little bit cranky. It's getting cold out there.
Grr. Cranky.
Are you cranky too?
Cranky.
We're a bunch of cranky old men. So this is what I came up with last night. Now I need to make about 3 more of them for this side, and then we'll work on the other side. But basically this goes and sits right in there like so. That's going to get welded. We'll make some plates, we'll make some welds, and this thing will be supported.
We all need some support.
You more than anybody. I've been using this thing. I don't think this is what it's made for, but it came in real handy to find the angle that I was looking for. And then I was using this to trace that. So that's from 911 Motorsports, part of their tube jig package. We have a coupon code for Barnes and 911 and a whole bunch of other companies on bleepandjeep.com/discounts. So if you ever buy anything off-road related, make sure to check that first, the Bleep and Jeep website, to see if you can save some money. Anyway, I used that to kind of make this shape, and then I traced that shape onto 3 more of these suckers. So now I'm going to take my angle grinder and cut that out. When I made my marks with the pen, I made these reference marks, and if you put those parallel to the ground, and then if we hold our angle grinder perfectly straight and cut along that line, straight up and down, vertically I mean, then we should have a perfect edge. And you can't get all the way through the whole thing, so I'll have to do one side and then the other, but if you do it right with these horizontal, it'll be pretty good or perfect. Remember that patchwork we were talking about last night? That's perfect. It's gonna look like Frankenstein.
It is crap.
What?
I meant to spray the backside of that with the weld through.
The weld through primer?
Yeah.
You'll just have to put the nozzle down in there and spray like crazy.
You're thinking not welding this up and cleaning it up like that, just leave it tacked?
I'm thinking that you'd go ahead and tack it very slowly so it doesn't warp, but completely.
Okay.
I wouldn't put too much heat in it, otherwise it's gonna
warp.
crinkle again. Although that looks pretty cool.
It's kind of look cool,
but if you get water behind there, it's gonna rust pretty bad.
Yes, we need to get a couple cans. I gotta remember a couple cans of fluid film.
Fluid film?
Yeah. You ever use it?
No.
It's pretty good stuff. You make a couple holes in here, and then it has a long hose with circular spray pattern, and you just run the hose up through, and it'll coat the entire inside of everything. They can have railroad bridges and stuff like that with it.
Huh. All right, look what just came in the mail today. So that's gonna go in there. And then check this guy out. That's gonna go on there, but I don't want that sticking out that far because the hole is right there. That would be kind of ridiculous. So what I want to do is re-drill this hole and then sink that in to where it's all the way flush, like so. And then the pin will sit on the back side of the bumper, and then this will sit a lot closer in like this. And this is going to serve as double duty because we'll be able to flip this up. You'll see more when the boom arrives, or when we get the boom made actually. But the winch for the boom that holds it in place is going to go through here. We'll flip this up, put the winch line through here and up to the boom, and that'll suck the boom down. Boom shakalaka. Gold in your home. That's better. So now I'm going to mark that, drill a hole further back. Probably gonna have to cut this as well so it'll slide in further and we'll be golden. And I got so excited about that when James the mailman came that I forgot to tell you about this. Look at that, there's no stool underneath there. Got at least 2 of these welded up. I'll come back and get 2 more supports, but there's the support 1 and support 2. I even got these cool little crosses, Holy Grail crosses for that thing that sit right there and support this side, because this is the factory frame. It doesn't have 1/4 inch plate mounted on there, so I just wanted to beef that up a little bit. This side does have 1/4 inch plate from here back, so that's good to go. And yeah, got me a whole lot. Now I'm just gonna tack that in and then weld it in. Check it. Oh yeah. Now I know you guys have been waiting this whole episode just to see what this truck looks like with these Mickey Stickies and Vision wheels on them. And we're not here to disappoint.
We're looking forward to it too.
So that's what we're gonna do now, just for you. Only for you guys. Not because we need to roll this thing backwards and get it out of there. Not because of that. For you.
Right. For you.
Guys, this is a world first. You are the first people in the world to see this thing with its wheels and tires on. Unless you saw it driving across the country on the trailer. Because we're about to put this thing on a trailer and drive it across the country. So unless you saw it then, you are the world's first. And Josh.
I'm hoping we don't have too many clearance issues.
We're gonna have to limit up travel now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Check that out. That is one fine looking automobile right there. So we've got plenty of clearance, it seems like, up high, but turning in and flexing up at the same time is going to be an issue.
It may not even flex.
That's going to be an issue right there. I don't know how we're going to deal with that, but there is a lot more we can trim out of that. But I need to get the bumper on and see what that's going to look like. Because we're still missing the bumper and the grill. There's the bumper, and then there's a little valence thing that sits right here and closes that all off. That's chrome, so that'll be neat. We'll give you a real quick 360, and then we got to get back to work. You guys are slowing us down wanting to see this thing all put together. I can barely do a 360. Getting through here. Okay. Oh, look at that. You said we didn't have lights. We got 4 of them.
We got 4 of them.
Check it out, guys. We've been working really hard to get this thing done. We're actually working on 2 vehicles at the same time. Josh is in here working on the truck because we got to get that thing ready to haul this thing. Kyle is in the shop again today helping us out for the final push here. But I wanted to show you what we've been up to since I spoke to you guys last. Got the front bumper on there. It's looking good. The grill is in there. Oh,
some sort of weird inception thing going on here.
We're doing double video. So Josh is making a video. on the truck in there, and we're making a video on the truck in here. Woo, woo. Oh, got the other slider on over here, so that slider is done. Got tubes going on down here. Now, let me show you this. Check out this tube. So this tube is running down in a very particular spot. And you see that hole right there? That is for this. Let me show you. All right, let me show you how this works. So this is going to go right through there, and then also through there. Okay. We've got the same thing on the other side. So this one goes like so through this hole, through that hole. Now this is the seat belt bar. It gets wedged right here. There you go. Seat belt harness. Now,
That's a bleeping workout.
doesn't really want to stay there, but that is the roof rack. I need to make a couple more bars. One that's going to go across here, and we're going to make that into a visor. So what I want to do is put a thin strip of metal across the top, and then we're going to put lights like you would have on an F-350 truck or something. Clearance lights. And then we'll tie all this in. That's going to be super sexy. One of the interesting things about this Jag is the sunroof. So the sunroof is actually made of steel. It's not clear. What do they call that? A moonroof maybe? I don't know. But we're going to keep that opening so that we can still pop up our heads out of there. And I want to keep that clear of luggage or whatever. So Kyle there made this thing, and that, can you guess what that is? That is going to go right there, and the fuel cell is actually going to sit in there. So thank you, Kyle, for doing that. After we get that done, we're going to have to paint this gray, and I want to come off, we're going to have to come off of here to do another bar or a tube down to here. The boom's going to attach here, and then I need to stiffen this up somehow too. This is the upper shock hoop. I need to take that down somewhere so that it doesn't just work its way and break off.